What is happening, everyone? I told you I have another video up, and here it is. This is my other question and answers video. To be honest, guys, I don't think we should. Okay, I know that goes against everything that I've worked for, worked towards, and working on as a paranormal investigator. Okay, but the whole discussion of heaven and hell that comes into play into this thing, and I think there's things that we shouldn't know. Okay, and I don't like to get into this type of discussion when it comes down to heaven, hell, all those different things, the spirit plane, because for me, I can provide evidence of something that happens in front of me. I have no evidence of a spirit realm. I have no evidence of a heaven or hell. I can't prove that. But if a chair moves in front of me, or I see an apparition in front of me, and I'm able to capture that by a picture or a video camera, for me, that's evidence enough. But to say that, will we ever prove that ghosts exist, or does heaven and hell exist? I don't think we should, and I don't think if we do, I don't think it's going to be a good thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing more than I want to prove to the scientific community that ghosts exist. But I think that at some point, we're going to push buttons that we shouldn't be pushing, if that makes any sense to anyone. So, again, to reiterate myself, I don't think we should. Simple as that. But I think that what we're doing now is just trying to get basic communication. Okay, simple communication. And that's as far as I think that we should push that. I'm just waiting for scientists or someone out there to essentially create a device that would basically capture energy. Spirits are energy, right? Just capture that energy and capture them in some type of a device, and then transform the energy so these spirits are visible. It's like that movie 13 Ghosts, where he was able to capture these spirits, and then people could see them with these goggles. And in reality, that's not too far-fetched. It could be done. I've thought about this a million times. It could be done. Spirits are energy. Again, we create a device that captures that energy, transforms that energy, and it's possible for that spirit to be visible to the naked eye. Should it be done? No. So hopefully that answers that question. I loved any story that had to deal with ghost ships. I was obsessed with ghost ships when I was little. I don't know. It was this was my thing. My parents owned a cottage in Cape Cod, and it was right off the beach. And I remember just always looking out the window and looking, and I always wanted to see a ghost ship. And I watched the movie when I was 9, 10 years old, The Fog. Absolutely terrified me because my parents had this cottage off the beach, and I really, really was frightened after that there was going to be I was going to see a pirate ship, and I was going to see this fog, and you can hear a knock at the door, and that's the end of it. So honestly, that was probably it. The most frightening ghost stories to me was ghost ships. I loved them though. I loved the stories, but absolutely frightened me. Absolutely frightened me. So my favorite non-paranormal, I guess, horror movie is anything of the Dead, The Walking Dead. Obviously, I don't know why that came to mind, but Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. George Romero, to me, is a master of film. Rest in peace. So I love zombies. I love zombie movies. Surprisingly enough, zombies for me is probably the most frightening thing I can think of. And it's not zombies, it's just the basic idea behind the zombies. Um, an epidemic that could, uh, take out an entire civilization in the course of a couple of years. Or these walking corpses walking around, biting people, infecting them. So, favorite movie, of course. But I don't know. I loved it. I love that kind of stuff. So definitely, Night of the Living Dead, and Dawn of the Dead, and all that stuff by George Romero is my top favorite movies of all time. My least favorite paranormal movie. All of them? Every single one ever made. No. The Amityville Horror was horribly made. The depiction in the movie of a house being haunted by a demon is just horrible. There's these new movies I can't watch. This is so silly. And you know what? And I think I said it before in other videos. Maybe I didn't answer this question already, but I'll answer it again. I'm going to answer it again. Anytime I talk to anybody about the paranormal, they instantly jump to these movies. Insidious. What else is there? I don't know. You guys know more than I do. I can't watch them. Horrible. The depiction in these movies of a paranormal activity, a paranormal event, just doesn't happen. So all of them, but the Amityville Horror was the worst. Ooh, this is a really good question. And time travel. Okay, do I think it's possible? Absolutely. Uh, it's been proven now. Scientists have proven that time travel can exist. There's just more to it than that. You just can't travel back in time, but time travel does exist. There's wormholes. There's a bunch of other things that makes it possible for us to time travel or travel back in time. I think it's, for me, in order for us to travel back in time, you would have to travel. I think you could only travel forward in time. I don't think you could travel backwards. For me, because that time machine would have to already exist. But that theory was kind of knocked down a while back with scientists saying that we could actually travel back in time. So I love time travel. I don't know if we're going to see it in our lifetime. Okay. Maybe we will. I mean, we're advancing. We're not as advanced as we should be. Our civilization is not as advanced as we should be. So I don't think I'm going to see it that in my lifetime. Maybe my son will see it in his lifetime. But time travel, again, has been proven to exist and is possible. We just don't have the technology, if you will, to do so right now. But maybe we will. I think that we can travel forward in time. It takes an extraordinary amount of energy to do so. But that theory that we can travel back in time doesn't make any sense, because that time machine didn't exist. So how can we travel forward? I mean, how can we travel backwards? Traveling forward seems easy. So yeah, it's possible. I think it's possible, and I think at some point we're gonna be able to do so. But there's so many different theories and so many different things that obviously could go wrong. But time travel, essentially and theoretically, can exist, and it will. It's not about if, it's about when. So time lapse is a little bit different. I think when it comes to a paranormal event and traveling back in time, I think we're kind of thinking in a residual energy. But then again, I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but you can look it up yourself. And this is one of my favorites of this type of stuff, is that a man had purchased an old home. This is actually, I think this is early 90s, purchased this old home, and he was having weird things happen in his kitchen. Okay, things would be moved, things would go, and he thought to himself, maybe it's a ghost, maybe it's a ghost messing with him. He thought the house was haunted. So he gets up one morning, and picture the kitchen right now. At this point, it's modernized, has a refrigerator, everything like that. And he goes into his kitchen, and it's almost as if he had traveled back in the 1800s, and a family is sitting around the table, and they look up at him, and they're just as surprised to see him as he is to see the people sitting at the table, basically. And before he knows it, it flashes back, and he's back in his normal kitchen. So I think when it comes to the paranormal, I think that energy can be stuck in time. An event can be stuck in time, and we just so happen to travel to that time frame and maybe get stuck there. Or maybe it goes into whole different dimensions. Maybe there's, obviously there has to be some type of dimensions in between our dimensions, and we just so happen to travel into that. It's mind-boggling. It's beyond mind-boggling, guys. I think this to sit there and just kind of pick at my brain, thinking this, but maybe it has to do with dimensions. Maybe that gentleman stepped into another dimension that time existed, and he traveled back to his dimension. Maybe that's what happened to me at Lincoln Park. Maybe I had traveled back into that dimension that time existed. Or maybe there was a residual energy, and maybe we just don't understand residual energy. Maybe residual energy can be living, per se, not living, but you know what I mean. So this was a good follow-up question. When someone was asking me about the Thunderbird and my thoughts if we capture the Thunderbird, if we capture Loch Ness, if we capture Bigfoot. So the reality is, if we were to capture these creatures, there's going to be tests done by them, without a doubt, because we're going to know we want to know what they are. And they're going to put them in a zoo, a cage. I don't see them releasing these things into the wild, because we catch a Bigfoot, well, that just blew every scientist's mind. They're going to want to know. And I think that unfortunately could be dissected. It was, maybe the Thunderbird would be a little bit different. This is going back when the Thunderbird question of the story, that the Thunderbird could be a giant teraton. Okay, so they're going to wonder how this thing survived extinction. There's going to be tests done on it, and it's going to be put into a protective sanctuary or something, because obviously it's extinct, and they want to prevent that from completely being extinct. So maybe they will, I don't know. So I don't think it'd be a good thing. I don't. I know I said it, but I don't think it'll be a good thing. I don't think we should capture these things, leave them as they are. I do, however, think that we need a carcass of one of these things. We need a body of a Bigfoot. We need a carcass of the Loch Ness. We need a carcass of the Thunderbird, the chupacabra. We need everything. Not the supposed chupacabra body we have now, but we need a body of a skinwalker. We need evidence. Okay, but to catch a living thing, catch them living. Think about trying to capture a living skinwalker. That would go over well. But no, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think we should be capturing them. Capture evidence. Carcass, yes. Hey, these things exist. Let's help them. Let's help them if they are going extinct. Let's help them. So no, absolutely not. We should not capture one of these things. So this question got asked by a couple of people, and you guys didn't really emphasize on the question. But what I think he means, like, could I make money off doing this? Could anyone make money off of doing this? I couldn't make money off of doing this. I don't expect to make money off of YouTube. I don't expect to become famous and have my own TV show. I had that opportunity and I didn't take it for reasons. I am not Zach Baggins. I'm not Jason Hawes. I don't make money off of doing this kind of stuff. I don't want to make money off of doing this stuff. I have never charged anyone for an investigation, and I never will. I've had people ask me if I would travel all the way to California to investigate a certain location, and I was completely for it. So, no, could you make money? No, you shouldn't. No one should be making money off this. I'm sorry. Just very against that. You know, the guys on television, Zach Baggins, all that, they make money because they have a TV show. And the TV show makes a certain amount of money, and obviously they're gonna make money because they're on TV. I don't know, but what I don't like about that is that if someone asked Zach Baggins personally, said, "Hey, I'm having problems. I really would like your help. Could you help me?" Obviously, he's not going to do it because he's so famous now. Same with Jason Hawes and blah 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 blah. Okay, no, you cannot make money off of this. And that's how you got famous and you got your own TV show, but I don't expect to make money. I don't expect to make money off of my YouTube channel, and I really don't want to. This information is there for you guys for free for reasons, and that's how it's going to be forever. So no, I hope you don't make money. I hope no one makes money off this kind of stuff. You should be doing this for free, and you should be doing this to help others. Nothing scares me. I'm fearless. Oh. I hate heights. Yes, I'm a firefighter and I hate heights. I hate bugs. Certain types of bugs. I hate bugs. I hate dead things. I don't like dead things. Not not like ghosts. I hate dead things. Like, especially when I'm crawling through an attic at someone's house and I come upon a skeleton of a mouse, or I'm up in the attic or something and I see a dead bird or something. I don't know. That's what creeps me out. I don't know why. So, yeah, of course, things scare me. So that's that. Yeah, dead things and heights and certain types of bugs. I don't mind spiders. It's like stink bugs and those types of bugs. Ugh, hate them. Yeah, I get this question. Actually, I get this question a lot. If I had the time, and I had the ability to, absolutely. I've gotten a couple requests, a couple teams out in Texas, and there's a team out in it wasn't, I think it was California. This is in Alaska. Asked me to go investigate with them. If I was ever out there, I can go investigate with them. So absolutely. I mean, if I had the time and I was in that location at that moment, I would love to investigate with people. I went out in a couple of years ago to Pennsylvania. This was my last trip to Pennsylvania, and I went out there with a team out there, and I was helping them with their investigation. So yeah, absolutely. Send me the offers, and if I have the time, and if I'm out there at that time, absolutely, love to. And I walk on glass with this question, really do. So anything I see on TV, is it real? A lot of the content you're getting off the television, and you guys know how I feel about this kind of stuff. Very biased against stuff on television. a lot of the content you're getting, I believe, is fake. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Jump down my throat, get mad at me, whatever, you know. But that's how I feel. You have TV shows that need ratings, and they're going to put that out there. They're going to fake stuff. It's been proven time and time again. A lot of these TV shows fake stuff, but it's not. There's good TV shows. I really do. I like Zach Baggins, as much as I make fun of him a lot. But we have two different views of how to investigate. I think a lot of stuff he puts out there is real, without a doubt. There's a couple TV guys out there that I don't know what the TV show is called, Haunted Hospitals or whatever. Those guys, they put out pretty good content. So the stuff you're getting on TV, I would take with a grain of salt. Come on. They can't sit there and film 8 hours of investigation and have nothing happen. They're not going to get ratings. They're not going to get viewers. The TV show's going to cancel within the first season. So definitely take with a grain of salt. Again, I think that a lot of stuff that Zach Baggins puts out there is pretty good stuff, and I do believe that some of his stuff is real. No, that doesn't mean that he hasn't put fake stuff out there. And those guys that do haunted hospitals, I don't know the name of it. I'm sorry, don't get mad at me. I've seen a couple episodes from them, and they pretty good content. I don't think they're faking anything. If my issue is if a TV show is making so much money and they start losing ratings, well, they're going to pump things up. Simple as that. So, to answer your question, take it with a grain of salt. So guys, I hope that you liked this video. I love doing these question and answers videos. It's fun, and I love these questions. They're great, and I'm going to continue doing these videos. So keep the questions coming. Please don't forget to like and subscribe down at the bottom. Click that subscribe button, and there'll be tons of more content. I have the next 2 days off because of the virus. I might be on duty, but I definitely don't have school. So maybe there's gonna be a video tomorrow. It'd be nice to update you guys and update these videos that were supposed to be uploaded a while ago. So keep liking and keep subscribing. Happy hauntings.